look. So right now, this is what the graphic is going to resemble a little bit in the beginning. So I'll set that off. But I placed a new layer. This is the layer that has the thumbnail sketches on it. So I'm just going to click on it and rotate this with the Shift key held down so it rotates it clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever way you choose. And just place this onto the page. And while it's still there, I'm just going to double click on it and give it a title. Group 2 logos. I'm going to take the color that I have for this section. You can kind of see you can choose from a color choice. I'm just going to take black and dim and lock this down and click OK at 50%. So now this is on top. I have the rulers. If I don't have the rulers, just go to View, Rulers, and Show. It'll say Hide if you already have them open. And I can take the magnifying glass and just zoom into this logo. And the idea is you're trying to create this as a symmetrical piece. So I'll just click on a new layer above this to work with and be able to start this. And I'm just going to take the fill and the stroke and just take that off so it's just the stroke panel. And I want to take a stroke, make it thick, turn it into a shape, and then make that these symbols for the letters A and M. So I take the pen tool, I click down here, I'm going to go right up to this midpoint, right to there, and just keep that as the first one. For the letter M, I'm going to come outside this edge because I want it to extend, kind of find the midpoint of this one, and the Smart Guide is telling me I'm right on top of this, so they're both on the same line there. Okay, so rather than try to outline it where I wouldn't get the same thickness, this way I can use the stroke and just increase this thickness and keep making a little bit larger, 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 and see how this will work. This might work a little easier for me. Okay, so there's the stroke. Okay, and select them to make them symmetrical. It's already on they're already vertical to the far right each other, so I'm going to click with the reflect tool right on this point, anchor point, hold the option and click, and it'll bring up the window and you'll see it. So I'm just going to hit copy. That's the reflection of it, horizontal, vertical, and since it's a reflect, so I copy it. And now I want to join these together, so they're two separate paths, so I'm going to separate them out. I'm going to select the red one, just give it a color so you can see the difference. They're touching right here. Under Object Path, I'm going to click on Join, and it'll make it one piece. And there you can see the corner connects it. I'm going to select the two pieces for the letter A. I'll give that a color and just make sure I have it forwarded there. And just go to Object Path, and here it allows you to join them. All kinds of functions, but we'll just get to those in a minute. So now it kind of overlaps everything that's there. I want these to be outlined, so I can't outline a stroke, but I can change them into a shape. So Object, go to Path, here it is again, and outline the stroke. So now the fill is green, the stroke is nothing, but if I switch it, then you can see the green line coming up there, and in the width I'm just going to increase that part right there. Okay, and just do the same with the next one. Outline the stroke, switch it over, make it there. So far I have that. I'm going to take it again and just change the stroke color to black. I'll give it a fill just so you can make it easily to see on the screen there of yellow. Down here it's kind of clipped off straight, so I'm going to take a rectangle tool and just draw that selection that's right about the base of it. Everything's pretty much horizontal there, so I'll give that a color. And I'm just going to select all three elements. I'll move them so you can see them and put them back. And now just go to the Shape Builder tool and just hold down the option, and all these shapes are going to be clipped off. And there you have the two letters there. Okay, so I'll set this off to the side. So this has the A in front, so just select the A and go to Object Arrange, bring to front. So now you have that particular lettering there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the outside edge, just make one elliptical shape. I'm just going to take the rounded rectangle, I think. Let's see. Let's try the elliptical shape. Again, you have to determine, as the designer, that's kind of the elliptical segment. But I'm going to try with the rounded rectangle just to see what happens here. I have a little bit of a straight edge to it. And the arrow keys are allowing me to increase or decrease the radius. So I'm going to keep it with that. I'll increase the point size. So you can see that part coming up. And once that's there, just go to Object Path. I'll outline the stroke. It's the fill in the stroke, so I switch it over. You can increase or decrease the point size there. Okay. So now you have this edge. You have these letters, so I'm just going to select the two letters. First I'll hide this so you can see a little easier. I'll select these two pieces here, and I'll group them together. And then I'll select the top one, and give it a try with a line. Here it is horizontally centered. Here it is the vertical center. So there it is perfectly centered there. And now I have this particular logo all set up. So it's using the pen tool, joining them, reflecting them to get this part, joining them in the middle, making them a bigger stroke, then outlining the stroke, using the Pathfinder to clip it off down below, and then using the rounded rectangle to make this shape as a stroke, then making it thick, outlining that stroke, and giving that piece a section of its own.